Hey guys, this is Chetan for Gizmo Times and you're watching the quick unboxing and hands-on with the OPPO A52 that's now launched in India. This is quite a well-powered smartphone in the mid-range category, and the smartphone comes in two color options. One is the white and one is the black. The one that we got for review is the Twilight black variant, and there's also a stream white which they call it, and that actually looks better than the black one. And here are the major specs of this one. It's a Full HD Plus Neo display and it comes with a 1080 to 2400 pixels of screen resolution, AI quad camera with the 12 megapixel primary camera, 5000 mAh battery, 18 watt fast charge, and what's not mentioned here is the Qualcomm Snapdragon 665 processor. And there's 6GB plus 128GB storage in this one, and 6GB is the RAM, and it's the LPDDR4X RAM, UFS 2.1 storage. And if you check out the pricing here, the price is mentioned as 19,990, but I guess we might see some lesser price on this one when it goes official, and we'll be anyway updating the description based on that. Right now that's the price that is mentioned, and it's 8.9 mm in thickness. That is because of the thick battery. It's a 5000 mAh battery that you see powering this smartphone, and that is with the 18 watt fast charging. So those were the specs. Let's quickly unbox the device and check out what all comes in the box package itself. So firstly, in the accessories, this is the SIM ejector tool, and you have the manuals which includes the quick start guide and the warranty booklet and the safety guide. There's this transparent rubber cover or the transparent cover for the back of the device, and this is the smartphone, the OPPO A52, with the same specs mentioned even here. And this is that Twilight black variant. We'll be anyway talking in detail about the physical aspect, but this is how it looks like from the back, and you can clearly see the pattern here. It's a kind of a gradient pattern that you see that comes out from the camera area. And anyway, we'll be checking this out later, but till then let me also start the smartphone. And now apart from that, what you see here are a few accessories which include this large travel adapter which comes with the 5V2A or 9V2A, both the options. That's 18 watt fast charging, and this is quite a heavy and large adapter for that charging speeds. But at least you have the 18 watt support, which is a good thing here. And you also get the cable, which is the USB Type-C cable that is given here, at least so that the phone can be charged with the USB Type-C connectivity, and it does have the USB Type-C port. Then you have a pair of earphones, and these aren't the in-ear options, but they still are in the box, so that's a good thing. You don't have to buy a set of earphones separately, you get that in the box package itself. And for the screen, there's a screen protector given already on the display, so you can use that to keep it scratch free, but these won't be the tempered glass solution. So if you're someone who does worry about all that, you should rather get a separate tempered glass installed on this device. So the display on the front of the smartphone, the OPPO A52, is a 6.5-inch display, a Full HD Plus resolution display, and the TFT LCD technology used here with the 480 nits of brightness. That's the maximum brightness that you get here. And it's not a Super AMOLED, so you need to keep that in mind. It won't come up with the same colors that Super AMOLEDs offer, but TFT LCD is what is offered, at least with the Full HD Plus resolution. So you don't have to worry about the resolution here. You're getting the best of it here. And internally, it's the Qualcomm Snapdragon 665. And while the phone starts, here are the sides of the device. So this is the power button, which is a bit lifted up and still in one of the grooves. And it houses the fingerprint sensor as well. So you have the fingerprint sensor on the side of the device. Now towards the bottom of the phone, what you see are these ports. So there's a USB Type-C port, the speaker grill, the microphone, as well as the headphone jack. And on the left, what you see is the volume rocker button, as well as the SIM card access area. And on the top, there's nothing. So we don't see a secondary microphone here. Now on the back of the phone, you can see this rectangular area, the camera module area, where you see 4 sensors. So one is a 12 megapixel f1.7 primary camera. Then there's a 8 megapixel wide angle camera with the f2.2 aperture. There's a depth sensor as well with the f2.4 aperture. And let me check the camera app to see if it has the macro camera with the same aperture. Even though we know that it's a 2 megapixel camera, let me see what it offers. And there's the LED flashlight and the AI camera mentioned towards here. On the front, this is the punch hole display, so you see the punch hole camera here. And this is a 16 megapixel camera for the selfies, and it comes in that punch hole area and not as a center notch. So that's a refreshing change from the previous OPPO devices at least. And set lock screen password, we'll do that later, and we'll set up the device later anyway. And you can Now check out, this is the ColorOS 7. It's ColorOS 7.1 to be specific, and it is based on the latest Android OS. So now this is the display. It does look a bit vibrant. Let me reduce the brightness a bit, and yeah. So this is how the display looks like. It's a 6.5-inch display size. And if we go into the about section, you can see that this is Android 10. So the latest Android OS is what you're seeing here. Based on that, you see the new ColorOS, and ColorOS 7.1 it is. And these are the other specifications, 6 plus 128 GB. And if we go back into the other options, you can see quite a lot of features such as split screen, game space, app cloner, and there are settings for even security. Convenience tools is where you see a few things such as the navigation buttons, assistive wall, gesture and motion features, and the smart sidebar. And smart sidebar is something that was introduced or made better on the ColorOS 7.1. We'll be doing a separate tips and tricks video for the same to let you know about the best ColorOS 7.1 features. There's also the dark mode if you see here. And if turned on, the current theme will be changed. Turn it on, yes. And this is how the dark mode would look like on the ColorOS 7.1. Obviously, dark mode changes everything, and this is a system-wide dark mode based on Android 10. So obviously, it's going to change things even in apps that support dark mode. And there's auto brightness here. So there might be an auto brightness sensor. You can see a small slit towards the top. You can't notice that here, but I can actually see it with the naked eye. And obviously there might be that sensor, and here's the earpiece area towards the top, which is almost negligible. So actually there's very slim bezels towards the side, only there's some chin towards the bottom. The display seems quite wide here, but again, it all depends on how good the phone is priced. We aren't sure of the exact price. The MRP says 20,000, but if it's priced around 16,000, I would say, considering what all it offers in terms of the battery, in terms of the camera combination, the quad camera, the new kind of display with the punch hole display, in that way it should be decent enough. But with the chipset, obviously I would say that there are much more competitive devices right now in the market that are offering better chipsets for the same price. Snapdragon 720G, 730G, Helio G90T, those are the chipsets that should have come in these kind of smartphones, but you're seeing Snapdragon 665 here. So 1x, and so there's no portrait camera. These are all the digital zoom options, and you have the wide angle option given here. If you go into more options, you can see the option of expert, sticker, Google Lens, panorama, time lapse, and slow motion. And you have the portrait mode that would take advantage of the 2-megapixel portrait camera, and you have the night mode as well. So we actually don't see the macro option here, so that shouldn't be probably there. It could be a night vision camera, that is the 4th camera given there. And so these are the options. If we go into the settings to check out what all is supported, and if you check here, there's 4K video support. So the 4K can be captured at 30 FPS. So that's present for the rear facing camera. For the front facing camera, this is the 16-megapixel selfie camera, and obviously with OPPO, you can expect things to be quite good enough. And this is a quick selfie. This is a natural selfie. We haven't done anything to actually make it look better in any way. So this is the natural selfie that was taken, and I'd say anyway it could be decent enough. You could call it decent, but you can't judge it that early. So that's a 16-megapixel selfie camera given there. And so these are the options under the camera application, and this was the ColorOS 7.1. We'd be doing a separate video. You can firstly notice that there's the app drawer with the ColorOS 7.1. Earlier everything was on the home screens itself, and with the Realme UI things had changed similarly, but now you have this here. This app prediction, I guess you can turn this off, but there are quite a lot of pre-installed applications here. There's Daily Hunt and Dock Vault, Clone Phone, and also FM radio is there, that's good, and Hey Tap Cloud, and there are few. Opera is also unnecessary. Oppo Relax is given, Oppo Service, Soul Loop application is there as well. So few apps, I guess you can delete them as well. If you go to Daily Hunt, let's see if you can uninstall it. So you can uninstall them, that's not a big deal. And with the storage, if we go back to the storage options and check out how much is present, and you can check that out here. So 128 GB storage is total. Out of that, 18.5 is used. Around 110 GB is what the user is going to get by default. And screen recording, you have this new option of recording sound, so that would be good if you're recording both microphone sound as well as the system sound together. This was a part of the Realme UI, but is it similar to that? Let's check it out in the gaming video that we'll be doing separately. So that's it in this video. This was the quick unboxing and hands-on with the OPPO A52 smartphone. This looks quite decent, and on paper as well it's not that bad, but I hope it is priced well, because if it's going to be priced anywhere around 18,000 or more, then probably it could not be one of the best options in the market. It could hold some brand value with OPPO as one of those brands known for its service, after sales and those parts, but this is a competitive market. The phones are coming in a good pace and every phone has their own good set of specifications for a better price. So let's see how it is priced, and you can check out the price in the description below. So that's it in this video. I hope you like this video. If you do share and subscribe to Gizmo Times for more. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.